Anyway, my story begins on a morning uh, in the fall of 2006, more or less. I don't know. I don't remember exactly when it was, but I know it was a morning because I was in my pajamas, and I hear somebody knocking at the door. I go down there. I open the door, and my surprise, I find two cops there, two policemen. And and they were bike cops, which I'm not so used to see. Like they have bike helmets and shorts and a badge, and I'm not used to see that from where I come from. So, by the way, just a quick intro here. Like I'm from Spain, born, raised, spent my first 27 years of my life in Spain. Same country, same province, same city, same street, different houses. It was a long street. Anyway, the guys come at my door and they say, "Excuse me, sir. Do you mind if we ask you a few questions?" And I go like, "Okay. What's your name? How long have you been living here? Do you live alone? Do you live with somebody?" I'm starting to freak out a little bit. And the reason why is because I'm in the middle of my processing my application for permanent residency. And as many as here know, if you're in the middle of that, you don't want to screw up. You can screw up, but you don't want to. So I'm freaking out a little bit. And to put you in context here, a few years before that, I was still happily living in Spain. I met this beautiful Canadian woman, very exotic to me, because, I'm in Spain, the other side of the world. We fell in love. We went through a 2-year long distance relationship, which is hard for those who had that. After the 2 years, you go, if either we go together or we split. Like this, something has to happen here. It was a good moment in my life, so I said, let's move to Canada. Sorry for my voice, I've been a little bit sick here. Anyway, I still remember my family and my friends saying, "Canada? Is that close to the North Pole? Must be freaking cold there. Do you have to learn French?" Or whatever. So I moved here. Short after that, we got married. Love is in the air and all that. Applied for a permanent residency, and now I'm here, standing in front of the cops, feeling a bit insecure and all that. So they keep on asking questions. Now they say, and this was funny because they say, "Sir, do you own a dog? Do you have a dog?" And I go like, "What does have a dog do with my permanent residency? Do they value for having pets or what?" Anyway, they say, "Do you have a medium-sized black dog?" And I go, "Wow, these guys know it. They know my life. And they say, "Can we see it?" And I go like, "Sure, no problem." I obviously I had a dog. It was small, medium-sized, and it was black. I go upstairs, I get the dog, and then all this time, I'm my mind is just rushing, thinking, okay, here what happened. My wife was walking the dog. The dog pooped in somebody's front lawn, and she didn't pick it up. And then this is the way people deal with things here. They call the cops if a dog poops in somebody's front lawn. It's a new country, new culture, new stuff. I'm like, there's still nowadays, there's things that I have a hard time to deal with. For example, Canadians, I know it's a stereotype. I don't want to offend anybody, but I know Canadians are politically correct. And I still struggle nowadays for we in my country, we're a bit more rough. Like, rah, rah. And here it's like, "Excuse me, thank you, pardon, I don't want to bother you." I remember once being at the bank with a friend of mine, Canadian, very polite Canadian. And we were standing in line, and somebody crossed through the line, and he stepped on my friend's foot. My friend went back, he's like, "Oh, sorry." Dude, he stepped on you. Don't say so. Anyway, I mean, back. It's hard. Adapt. You have to adapt to these things. Back to the cup. So keep on asking questions, bouncing here and there. Next question. What were you doing on the afternoon of October, whatever? I don't remember. A few days ago. And I say, I'm very sorry, I don't remember. Maybe walking the dog. We usually walk the dog at that time. Then they ask me, sir, do you own a digital camera? And I go, yes, I have one of those. In fact, it's funny, all these coincidences, because in fact, I had just bought a new digital camera not long ago. It was it was great digital camera. It took beautiful photos. I was so excited. I would go out there, take photos of everything, like flowers, ants, buildings, trees that matter. And I mean, one of the things that I love from this country is the fall, and it's how the forest lights on fire in the fall. Like it's like these orange, yellow, red colors, and I love that. And this is great. Back to the cops. Like I'm saying, like I'm starting to be a little bit uncomfortable, hear a lot of questions, and I say, "Excuse me, sir, can you please explain to me?" Trying to be polite here. Can you please explain to me why are you here asking me all these questions? So the guys say, "Okay, this is what happened. A few days ago, somebody called us from the nearby school, over there. Yes, I can see the school, saying that a man with a black dog was taking photos of the kids in the school." And I go like, "You have to be kidding me. That was me." It was me. And I told them directly, that was me. Here's what happened. I have a dog. I was walking him. I just bought a digital camera, the one you were asking me for. I'm new in this country. One of the things in the autumn, in the fall, it's like you have a lot of leaves. I'm not used to all these leaves. They have a lot of leaves everywhere. Piles of leaves. I love that I was walking by the school and I saw all these kids. Where I come from is we have evergreen trees. Like leaves stay on the trees. They don't fall so much. So piles, mountains of leaves everywhere. And the kids in the school were just like, kicking the leaves and throwing the leaves up in the air, and it was hilarious. I had a blast. Like it was a beautiful scene. They were launching like head first, launching in the leaves. Never seen that before. There was a little fence on the school, so I pulled my camera all the way up, taking photos. I didn't realize that was suspicious. I remember I had a hat too, so anyway. That was so funny. We're on the same page here, no? So we talked about it. The guys were very comprehensive. They understood the situation. We actually laughed about it. And they said, "Well, excuse us, like we have to check on these situations. I'm sure you understand." I said, like, "Yeah, I do understand. This is great." I mean, one of the things that that was the story, but one of the things that I really, really appreciate, and I think it's amazing of people moving into, different countries, is in a place where you are not used to. Like, adaptation to me is one of the awesomest skill that you can have, is, understanding other things that are not usual for you, habits and social rules and traditions and all that stuff. And being welcoming with them and sharing, as well as, if you go out there to live somewhere else, as well as when somebody comes to your place and is not used to those things. I think we all have to be accepting of all those situations. To finish my story here, just have to say that I've been, this September will be my 10th year in this country. Very happy. I have a wife, the same one I was mentioning before. I have a dog, the same dog, still with me. I have 2 kids, And I can't think of a better place where to raise my kids and my family. This is a great country. Don't get me wrong, I love Spain. And every once in a while, you will hear me complain about Canadians and whatever, but just enough so I don't forget where I come from. Thank you.